welcome to Perspectivas Latinas, a community service of CAN TV. I'm your host, Juan Carlos Hernández. Foods born in Mexico have had a big impact on the world. Vanilla, cocoa, and even the humble tomato now form part of cuisines around the world. Given this history, is there one dish that can define such a rich culinary tradition? Many believe that mole does. Given its multiple ingredients and complicated preparation, mole occupies a special place in many family kitchens. And here in Chicago, Universidad Popular will be holding its 8th annual Feria del Mole to celebrate the chocolate and chile sauce. And here to speak about the event, we have Lilia Segoviano, coordinator of Feria del Mole, Alma Ruiz, coordinator of Overcoming Barriers, and Mayra Ruiz, fiscal business manager. Welcome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming out, and mole, one of my favorite dishes. We'll get to that. First, let's start talking about Universidad Popular and what you do, what programs you have, how it came about. Let's talk a little bit about the history to start.
Okay, Universidad Popular is a non-profit organization located right now in Little Village, but we have been for almost 45 years.
45 years?
Since the 1960s, yes.
And what brought about the idea of Universidad Popular?
Well, this was a group of people in a church in Lakeview, in a church in a basement. So they saw the need about the community, and they started like providing kind of the purpose in that was to provide information for those who didn't speak English.
Okay.
And try to get more like papers, filling out papers, because they didn't know about bills or other things, legal issues. So one father over Lakeview, he decided to start this with volunteers.
Okay, so it was a church priest that started this with volunteers?
No, it's more community residents that started that they had different skills. So in reality, Universidad Popular means the people's university, kind of like if we want to translate it into a certain way. And basically what it is that we have, into our philosophy, we have what is popular education. And what is popular education? Pretty much that someone has a skill and they share it. And the other person has another skill and they share it. So we're interchanging that knowledge that we have to become better residents or better persons within their lives. And a lot of the idea within here is for us to be part of that change. You know, if I have a need, it could be right now in the community, you know, there's just to mention one, violence in the community. So for me to be involved and see how can I come with different ideas or different solutions to be part of that solution. So we work a lot, our mission is to work with, by, and for the people. With myself, by myself, and for my community in this case.
Right, or what you have on your website, education with, by, and for the people. And you're saying what that means. And you mentioned popular education. Where did that idea come from? Was that born here in Chicago? Where did that idea come from?
No, that falls more within a philosophy which we're following Paulo Freire.
Okay.
His philosophy was that popular education. And that
who is he and where is he from? Paulo
He's
Freire.
a Brazilian educator back from Brazil, and basically what he saw a lot of the need within the community, you know, it will be through education or be certain things that he felt was unfair for the residents, and he wanted it to be for the residents to be part of that change. Not for someone else to tell me this is what you need, but for me to be the one, okay, I know I'm the one with the need and this is what I need, for me to say that. So that's pretty much what his idea within the popular education fell into.
Can you tell me, and did he come to Chicago, or how did the people that organized Universidad Popular, how did they hear about this philosophy? Because what I do know about Paulo Freire is that that idea has gone around the world, right?
Yes, it has now.
Did he ever come to Chicago? Do you know?
You know, my executive director does have a picture with him.
Oh, so he did make it here.
I don't remember if she went with him or he did come over here. I think he did come to Chicago.
I think he did come, but she didn't have the opportunity to be with him at that moment, but she went to Brazil.
She went to Brazil?
Yes, because she wanted to meet with him.
Wow.
So,
and so he was, in some sense, instructed the people at Universidad Popular in this, I guess, methodology of education.
Yes.
Right, and then I guess it took off because and you've remained. It's been around 45 years. It's rare for organizations to be around that long.
Right.
Tell me about Alma. Tell me about some of the program you work on at Universidad
Absolutely.
Popular.
Well, one of the programs, the program I worked in particularly is overcoming barriers for success. Superando barreras para triunfar. And what we do with this program is we work in coordination with the Department of Human Services. And what we do is identify individuals who are presenting with some type of mental, emotional, or physical disability. And it's very important for us to do this in our community because many studies have been done in our community, our Hispanic community. And they've identified that the least population that receives benefits is the Hispanic community. So what we're doing is we're assessing these individuals to see what kind of services they have or don't have, what kind of services are they eligible for, and what we can do for them.
Services, you mentioned several areas. Could you say them again, please?
Physical, emotional, and mental.
Mental. Okay, and so tell me about how you go about assessing that, and then how you connect individuals or families
Absolutely. Well,
to those services.
Sure. First of all, there's a huge need in our community. So I do a lot of outreach to identify individuals because, again, specifically with disabilities, it's still in our community and our culture is very secretive. So many individuals who possess some type of disability are still very isolated in their homes. So what I do is I go out in the community through different presentations and different organizations, and I provide information. I do workshops, and that's a way of me, just providing the information and recruit the individuals. Many of the times I don't see someone particularly with a disability, but if I get to a family member, then this family member takes the information with them, and then they call me and I say, I have somebody and I saw you somewhere. And again, it's still, in our community, it's still so secretive that they don't approach you right there, right then, but they do at some point. One of the things that I've been seeing is that, people call me and tell me, well, they don't give us anything, they don't want to give us anything, or they denied me for a certain service. I said, well, did you go back again? And, they haven't gone back again. Or there's still a lot of pride within our community, and if we go somewhere and if we see, we feel that we were mistreated or we get denied for something, that's it. That's all it took. We won't go back again. There's our pride. But
it becomes a barrier, like you say.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that we've identified is that sometimes our community, our population, does not know where to seek services or does not know how to seek services. So this is part of my job. This is where I come in. So
just giving them information sometimes, or opening that door. Right.
Sure, and even going a little bit further, because we work in coordination with Department of Human Services and Rehabilitation Services. So what we do is not only do I assess them, but the counselor from the Department of Human Services also assesses them. So he's the one that's in charge. Department of Human Services is in charge of identifying, okay, this is what you need. We identify that. Let me take you somewhere. Let me send you somewhere where you're going to receive these services.
Okay, and these services are in Spanish and English?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. What other types of programs do you have that have been helping the community for so long? Lilia?
Well, we have English as a second language, of course. We have yoga too.
Yoga.
Yoga. Computer. This is we call healing. This is our program, healing, and it comes different types of like yoga, how to eat, nutrition.
Okay.
Nutrition for the people. We have computer classes too, English, Spanish,
Oh, English and
over
Spanish.
there. Yes.
Are those free?
Yes.
Okay.
This is free for our community.
Oh, wow.
Would you like to add more?
Pretty
Mayra?
much our doors is open for all ages. Besides the programs that Lilia mentioned, we also have a youth program, so it's an after-school program. And we also have a family literacy program that helps kind of like while the parent is in the class, in the English language development class that we have for them, the child is also learning some sort of skills like the numbers or things like that. It's kind of preparing them when they actually go to school. And besides those other ones, we have this other program that is microbusiness, working with the population that we're working with. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't find a job. So we have this microbusiness that we have in like financial literacy. We inform them of different permits that they will have to have if they want to open a small business and things related to that. So our doors are open, from 9 to 9, and people of all ages are coming in and out
Really?
of the program.
Now, tell me more about this microbusiness. What is, let's say I'm interested in starting a business. I'm undocumented. I want to do something to earn more money. How do I go about seeking that help? Lilia or Mayra?
Yeah, people call because they have the idea to have a business. So what we do is refer them or give them instruction steps how to open. First of all, what's the dream of them? What they would like to do. We look into if they have papers. If not, we refer them how to take out an IT number so they can register their business with the city, and we follow with them all the steps for them to accomplish with their goals. Okay. So if they need an IT, we can help them how to obtain an IT. Register their business, we do that too in the office. If they would like to see if they have the opportunity to have the local, we saw with them if the space is available for them, is perfect for their business, or there are more around that is going to be like compete with them, and we try to help them until the end, but to have the best business for their own.
Okay, so it's also market analysis, right?
Yes.
You go out and actually look at who's around, how much competition there's going to be. Wow, it's pretty wide encompassing service there. Now let's get to mole, and one of my favorite dishes. My mother is an awesome cook. Maybe she should enter the contest, but
she should.
How did this idea come about? And it's been going. Well, this will be the 8th year, right? Tell me about how this idea was born, and it seems to have grown over the years, right?
Yes, it had been growing. We had a program we call WIPRO, Women Program, Empowerment Program, and we have like 12 women that they all the time were like saying they gather together each week and talking about their issues at home, and they were always like saying, I don't know what to do. I have many problems. I'm not good at this. I am not good at that. So my family is not supporting me. I'm not really good at anything. And then the person who was at that moment with them was Olivia Flores. And she said, okay, why don't you think something about that you are good at least in something? And one of them say, well, let's think about it. Maybe something that you have been doing at home that you didn't know. Oh, one say, oh yeah, I cook really good. I have a really good cooking. I know how to cook some dishes, but especially my family likes the mole. So the other say, oh well, my family likes the mole too. And there was like, well, I'm good at this cooking too. Why don't we try to do something? Olivia came into our staff, and she told us about this idea. So one of the facilitators said, there is one Feria del Mole in Mexico. Why don't we try to do something like this, a contest with these women? Maybe they can up their self-esteem.
Right.
And that was that they came like, yeah, we'll be fine if we do this. And those women, they really wanted to be in that competing in that way. So that's how they come. La Feria del Mole.
That's how it came about. Okay, all these women just looking to show something that they're really good at and share it, right? Like you said, it goes back to popular education in that sense. What we're going to do now is you brought some photos of last year's event, right? It was last year's event?
Yes.
And it took place at Westside Technical Institute.
Yes.
Why? But it's moving around, right? Now this year it's going to be where?
It's Little Village High School Academy.
Okay. And you're moving, why?
Because it has been growing.
Oh, it's been growing.
So
wow. Okay.
So people really like mole. When we talk about mole, it's oh my God, mole. Yeah, we want to go.
Okay, so let's look at some of the photos that you brought, and we'll talk about them slowly, and some of them, and a little more quickly. What's this photo of?
Well, this is how all the
ingredients.
All the ingredients.
They used to prepare the mole.
Okay. Any of you could feel free to
Sure. Will you have all the ingredients there? One of the, of course, all the Hispanic, the Mexican population knows that mole, has the chocolate.
Where's the chocolate?
That's the round.
Okay, the
square there, the round tablet, as the chocolate, crackers, and the dried chiles.
Okay.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I see some whole black pepper there.
Wow.
I see some bread. Garlic, onions.
Wow, just 20-something ingredients, right?
Yeah, and then this is where you notice that a lot of people make their mole very differently depending what country, or not the country, I'm sorry, what part of Mexico you are. So some people might do it spicy, others do it sweet. So it's just kind of like mentioning different.
Okay, and who are these women? Oh, we went through them. What's going on here, actually?
Well, right there is the people just tasting the moles with the family.
Okay, so if we go to the Feria del Mole, do we get a big plate of mole for every person?
No, we say taste of mole.
Taste?
So
just a taste?
It's a taste.
Well, if you would get a whole plate, then you would stop at the first one.
That's still unfair. So these women are doing the same things.
Yeah, and that's the La Reina del Mole.
La Reina del Mole.
She's Eloisa.
Who is that? The one in the middle?
The one in the middle.
Okay.
Yes.
And why is she the queen of mole?
Well, she has been winning like 3 times, consecutive 3 times.
Wow.
And she has the support of her family, so she's doing a really good work in there.
Okay. And this is inside Westside Tech, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have that's the consul of Mexico, Eduardo Arnal.
He's eating, huh?
Yeah, tasting too.
Tasting. Here's another person serving, right?
Yes, it's one of the men who compete for the mole, because we don't have just women, we have men competing for them.
Really? So men are coming in to compete now too?
Yes. You are really good in the kitchen, but sometimes you don't like the men, they don't like to cook. Here we have the chinelos.
Chilelos?
Chinelos.
Chinelos. Tell me about that. Who are they? It's the one in the mask?
Yes, they are wearing those suits are really heavy.
Really?
Yeah, really heavy, but this is a tradition in Morelos, in Milpalta, in Mexico City. So if you have the opportunity to go there, they like to dance. It's like it's something happy. They feel happy. They dance because there is a history about the chinelos.
Okay. Maybe for another program. And
of course.
Here's another one of the elders, I guess. Is she one of the?
Evelia Presa.
Oh, you know her. Okay, you know.
Yeah, Evelia. She has been in microbusiness too. Now she sells her mole.
And this woman?
This is Celia, Miss Celio, competing. She's almost all winning the best table.
Oh.
Best table decoration.
So there's also a prize for that. Okay.
Yes, it is.
And she even has the Virgen de Guadalupe in there.
Yeah, because they have an award if they dress really good with traditionally, or they put a really good table.
And this is a mother and daughter team?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes. she has been competing with us like three years too.
Right.
And she's Tomasa Roman. She has been since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Since
One
the
of the
beginning.
pioneers.
Wow. And we already had a photo of her, right?
Yes.
What is her name again?
She's Evelia Presa.
Okay. And she's been one of those consistent participants too,
Yes.
and winners, or?
Not at this, but she has been winning by doing her own business in that mole.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And what are we seeing here?
It's again in the Westside Technical Institute with Eloisa, the daughter of La Reina del Mole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's competing too. We have more people coming, the
They all
families.
look hungry, especially the man in the cap there. It looks like he's just
Because
waiting.
this is a cultural event that all the people, they really love to come into this mole. And as you know, we have like 40 moles.
40
different
moles?
moles from
Wow.
different states. So they really love to see which one is the best.
Wow.
Mm.
Okay. And tell me about this. It says the Reina del Mole, or the Queen of Mole.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, at the end, there's a counting votes. So the person who won this, she's La Reina del Mole for the year, and is the one in the middle, Eloisa Singüenza.
She's the one that won, the one in the middle.
Yes.
Is she the oldest participant there in this line?
No, she's been like competing for 4 years in this feria. The others, they have been competing since the beginning, since 8 years ago.
Oh, wow. Wow. And does she win consistently, or?
And yes, some of them, yes.
Some of them, yes.
Two or three of them, yes.
Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing that. Now, tell me, well, we saw a picture of a dancer, right, with a mask. Who's going to provide the entertainment this year?
I think, well, we look into which artists they would like to promote themselves in La Feria del Mole. We have the Chinelos, and we have singers from different places.
Okay, from the city or from outside the city?
Inside.
Yeah,
People who start, like, they are really ashamed to do this, but it's the first time and they really want to do it, like a karaoke sometimes.
Really?
And they really have fun by doing this, and they are good.
Okay, okay. Now, Alma, tell me, what if somebody wants to participate, and
Absolutely.
what are the steps for that?
Well, if someone wants to participate, they can give us a call and speak with Lilia in this case, because she's the coordinator. And Lilia will most definitely guide them through the process. There is a process to register. So that's it. I mean, really want to participate. It's a really, really fun event. I'm very new at Universidad Popular, so this will be my first event.
It'll be your
so
first event.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are. So, do you have to do a taste test or something? Do you guys have to approve of the mole before somebody participates, or anyone?
No, not at all. Again, going back to the popular, this is a popular vote. So the way it works is that they bring their mole for all the people to try it, and the people from the event, the people from the community, all of those attendees are the ones who decide who the best mole is. So when you buy your card, in order to come in the event is free. But if you want to try the moles, there's a card you need to purchase, and then they have all the different tables, and at the end, they can try. Actually, if you come, I'm gonna ask you to try all the 40 moles and see if you can do it.
Wow.
But nobody has been able to. Nobody has been able to try all 40 moles. And so, like, all the moles that you try, you might say, okay, table 20 is the best mole I've tried. So that's the one that they vote for. And at the end, we do have a committee that counts all the votes, and then that's how the winner is decided.
Wow. So, but shouldn't you kind of ask everybody to try every single mole to make it as fair as possible?
We do ask everyone, but I mean, it's
so much.
It's so much mole to try.
Yeah, by the time you go around to the 40, you'll be full, so most likely.
Okay, now tell me, do you make mole at home, or any of you?
I make mole.
Tell us about that.
Well, I've learned my recipe from my mother-in-law. She makes some really, really good mole. I don't think I don't make it as good as she does
You
yet.
haven't reached that yet.
No, not at all, not at all. But one day I will. But she makes really, really good mole. We're from different states, so.
Where is her family from?
Her family is from Morelos.
Okay.
So they have the thick sauce, the thick mole, and dark thick mole. And I'm from Guanajuato. So, you know, my mom makes mole, but not as good as my mother-in-law's. I hope she's not seeing me, so.
Okay. Do you make mole?
Yes, of course.
Or do you participate, or can you?
No, we can't.
Okay.
No, I wish. Someday maybe. Yes, I made mole too at home. We have Guanajuato.
Oh, from
Where
Guanajuato.
my mother and father, they are from Guanajuato. Yes, but it's not the same because we don't have the tools in here. So they have different sazon.
Okay.
I didn't know you were from Guanajuato. I
My
wasn't saying
friends.
people in Guanajuato don't make good mole, but.
So the different sazon, just a different taste they give to it,
taste,
right?
yes.
Different
Even
taste.
if you have everything in the table, it's different. It's totally different.
Okay.
But my family loves it.
They do love it. Mayra, do you make?
I do make mole. I follow my mom's recipe, but of course it has not come as good as she makes it. And I'm from Durango, so we make the sweet mole. So a lot of people prefer the spiciness, but with us it's like a sweet, spicy kind of mole that we make.
Okay, so you said there's 40 moles participating. Are they all the same? Because the most famous mole is the mole poblano. That's known throughout the world.
You can say that, but if you are in the contest, they're going to say Oaxaca,
Oaxaca.
Guanajuato. Yeah, because they are competing and they say my mole is the best, San Luis Potosí.
Really? And
Yes.
what's the difference between these moles? You said sweet. You said hot. What other slight differences do you see in mole? You who all cook mole and also are, I guess, experts in it.
Well, like Lilia said, I mean, even if you have the same ingredients, I've seen my mom put many ingredients in her mole, and it's still like less thicker and less darker than my mother-in-law's mole, who's from another state. And I've seen the ingredients that my mother-in-law uses pretty much similar, but it's totally different.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm sorry, but we're out of time. This has been a great conversation.
Thank you.
And I look forward to going to the feria.
Absolutely.
Of
Come and
course,
join
you're
us.
invited.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perspectivas Latinas is a community service of CAN TV. If your nonprofit organization would like to work with CAN TV, call 312-738-1400 and ask for nonprofit services. Tune in to Perspectivas Latinas for local issues and concerns every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on CAN TV 21. I'm Juan Carlos Hernández. Thank you for joining us.